Hello Americans Channel. This video is made by free videos from Storyblocks, and these images and video we use just for explanation, and it's free use also.
What happens when a single act of kindness spirals into a series of life-changing events? This is the remarkable story of a single mom who handed over a lottery ticket to a complete stranger, thinking it was just a small gesture. Little did she know, this simple act would set off a chain of events that no one could have predicted. Let's dive into her unforgettable journey. Single mom gives lottery ticket to stranger, not expecting this to happen. It was a Tuesday like any other for Lisa Carter, a single mom juggling her job and raising her 10-year-old daughter, Mia. Her morning had been chaotic as usual, packing lunches, rushing out the door, and squeezing in a quick stop at the convenience store to buy her weekly lottery ticket. The ticket had become a little ritual, more for fun than any serious hope of winning. Lisa stood in line, juggling her groceries and her phone. Ahead of her, a man looked distressed as he fumbled through his wallet. He sighed heavily, muttering something about forgetting his cash. Feeling a pang of empathy, Lisa stepped forward. "Here, take this," she said, handing him the lottery ticket she had just purchased. "It's nothing big, just a little pick-me-up." The man's name was David, and he looked at Lisa with surprise. "Are you sure?" he asked. She smiled, saying it was no big deal. He thanked her, promising to pay her kindness forward. Lisa shrugged it off, not expecting to see him again. To her, it was just a small gesture in a hectic day, soon forgotten as she hurried back to work. A week later, Lisa's life was still the same whirlwind of work and parenting. She had completely forgotten about the man and the lottery ticket. That Thursday evening, as she tucked Mia into bed, she noticed a news alert on her phone: "Local man wins big in lottery, ticket given by stranger." Her heart skipped a beat as she clicked the headline. The article featured a photo of David holding up the winning ticket. He credited an unknown woman for her kindness, saying she had handed him the ticket when he couldn't pay for one. Lisa's jaw dropped. Could it really be the ticket she had given him? The story was everywhere, but there was no mention of who the woman was. The next morning, Lisa received a call from the convenience store clerk. "Lisa, wasn't that your ticket?" the clerk asked, having remembered Lisa buying it. "I think so," Lisa replied hesitantly. Though she felt a small pang of regret, she knew she had given it away willingly. She decided not to reach out to David. It wasn't her win, after all. David's story gained traction, with interviews and media appearances. He revealed that the winnings amounted to over $2 million. In every interview, he repeated the story of the kind stranger who had given him the ticket. "I just wish I could thank her properly," he told one reporter. Lisa watched it all unfold from her couch, a mix of emotions swirling inside her. As bills piled up and Mia's school fees loomed, Lisa couldn't help but wonder what she might have done with that money. Her friends urged her to reach out to David, saying she deserved some recognition, or even a share of the winnings. But Lisa hesitated, not wanting to appear greedy or opportunistic. 2 weeks later, while grocery shopping, Lisa bumped into David. He recognized her immediately. "It's you," he exclaimed, a mix of shock and joy on his face. Lisa laughed nervously, trying to brush it off, but David insisted they talk. Over coffee, she recounted the chaotic morning that had led to her handing him the ticket. David listened intently, his expression softening. "You changed my life," he said. "I've been trying to find you. Please, let me do something for you in return." Lisa protested, saying she didn't expect anything. But David was adamant. "That ticket might have been yours, but your kindness gave it to me. I want to share my luck with you." David revealed he had already set aside a portion of the winnings for charity and wanted to give Lisa $100,000 as a thank you. Lisa was stunned. She tried to refuse, but David insisted. "You deserve this," he said firmly. Overwhelmed, Lisa finally accepted, realizing this money could change her and Mia's lives. With the money, Lisa was able to pay off her debts and enroll Mia in a better school. She also put some aside for savings and even started a small business, a dream she had long put on hold. The relief and joy were immeasurable, But she never lost sight of the fact that this all began with a simple act of kindness. Word of their meeting spread, and soon Lisa was featured alongside David in news stories. The kindness that came full circle, one headline read. Lisa felt a little overwhelmed by the attention but hoped it would inspire others to pay it forward. David, too, encouraged people to embrace generosity, saying it had led to the happiest moment of his life. Just as the media buzz began to die down, Lisa received a letter in the mail. It was from an elderly woman who had seen her story. The woman claimed to be David's estranged grandmother, who had lost contact with him years ago. "He's my only grandson," the letter read. "Please help me reconnect with him." Lisa wrestled with whether to tell David about the letter. What if he wasn't ready to face his past? But she ultimately decided it wasn't her choice to make. She gave David the letter, watching as his face turned pale. "I thought she was gone," he whispered. Lisa offered her support, knowing this was a pivotal moment for him. With Lisa's encouragement, David reached out to his grandmother. Their reunion was emotional, with tears and heartfelt apologies. Lisa watched from the sidelines, deeply moved. She realized that her act of kindness had not only changed her life but had also mended broken bonds in David's family. Inspired by Lisa's generosity, David started a foundation to support single parents and families in need. He named it the Kindness Chain, dedicating it to the stranger who had changed his life. Lisa was invited to the launch event as an honored guest, where she shared her story to a standing ovation. Through it all, Lisa made sure Mia understood the importance of kindness. "You never know how one small act can change someone's life," she told her daughter. Mia took the lesson to heart, even starting a fundraiser at her school to help families in need. Lisa couldn't have been prouder. Years later, as Lisa's business flourished and Mia grew into a confident young woman, Lisa often thought back to that Tuesday morning. She realized that the lottery ticket wasn't the real prize, it was the ripple effect of kindness that had transformed so many lives, including her own. Lisa's story became a beacon of hope for many. She often spoke at events, sharing her journey and encouraging others to embrace compassion. Her life wasn't perfect, but it was rich with meaning, all because of one small gesture that had set off a chain of extraordinary events. And in the end, that was worth more than any jackpot.